Hello, everyone. Welcome to Big Gaming. I'm Nick, and Justin is still not back for this week, as cased by our me having to do the janky thing of bringing up our logo on the media player. Eventually, I'm pretty sure we will have it built into the title screen. We won't have to do the transition someday. But anyways, I thought I'd do something quicker this week, near the end of the week here. Something kind of funny broke recently. Japan has reportedly asked the U.S. to stop using Mario and Pokemon and others in social media posts. It's not too deep, unless you want to get into the politics angle. I mean, we can dig a little bit into it, but I'll try to stay as apolitical here as possible, as much as you can be with a title like this. But anyways, so yeah, Japan has shown concern. It's not about, in the words of the description, it's not about scrutiny of copyright laws anymore. Japan's foreign ministry is worried that the U.S. government is damaging the brands. So yeah, not surprising considering how protective Japan can be of its copyright, or not copyright, well, that too, but in terms of its brand image. So their concern is not unsurprising, but also in the fact that this administration isn't exactly subtle. So, yeah, anyways. Moving on to the article itself, it seems, quote, it seems that the government of Japan is not happy with the U.S. government's habit of using images from Japanese video games in its political rhetoric, which has included racist, warmongering social media posts. A report translated by IGN says that the Japanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs has, quote, repeatedly expressed concerns about the use of such images, both because it does not have permission to use them, so again, not any of this is sanctioned by Nintendo or Japan or anyone, but also as it the potential damage to globally recognized brands like Mario and Pokemon. You do not mess with Mr. Mushroom and Pokemon and Pikachu. I can't think of anything cheeky for Pikachu, but anyways. Various government agencies, it continues, have been posting memes promoting various policies in 2025. In September, for instance, Homeland Security posted a montage of immigration raids and arrests interspread with video clips and music from the Pokemon animated series. Oh no. I know exactly. I haven't seen it, but I can take a wild guess which one they used. Oh dear. That's enough to turn a fellow off Pokemon. Anyways, Customs and Border Patrol followed with a video of dancing Pikachu as Border Patrol's newest recruit. You know, it's things like this that really make you realize why they're concerned about this. Anyways, the Pokemon Company actually commented on this, saying that at the time of the use of its property, those promos were unauthorized, but the DHS, so Department of Homeland Security, the ones responsible for all this, made it clear that it did not care and that it had no intention of stopping. So basically, the Pokemon Company was like, we did not give you permission to do this. Please stop. And Homeland Security is like, nah, we're not stopping. Again, this article will be linked down in the description below. There's some smaller articles linked to it that I won't be going too deep into because there might be showing stuff that is displeasant. But there's one thing in this article that's a pretty good example here. We'll get to that later. But anyways, the Pokemon Company continued, our mission is to bring the world together, and that mission is not affiliated, with any political viewpoint or agenda. And if I may get a little political here, especially ones of the current administration in the White House, which are very much not in the idea of bringing people together, or the world, or anyone for that matter. So again, I can definitely see the concern. It's one of the few times I actually will say that Nintendo's actually justified in being very uppity about this. Nintendo's usually very protective here. Anyways, the article continues saying that Japan's foreign minister criticized a White House tweet using Wii Sports footage to promote U.S. attacks on Iran. They actually have it down here. We'll show that in a second if you're interested. Fair warning, it's not exactly pleasant stuff, so look away if you're not interested. It's made for laughs, but I don't think anything about it's funny personally. But anyways, continuing. Although with previous incidents, his complaint was focused on the violation of copyright law rather than the odious nature of the post itself. Still, it's at least stronger, than Microsoft's complete non-response to the White House using Halo images in a call to destroy immigration. So apparently even Microsoft and Halo have been dragged into this. Oh, goodness gracious. This is... I have not seen any of those, but I can only assume they are as disturbing as this stuff. Speaking of that, I will actually show you a bit of this clip here. This actually comes from the White House, so the desk of Donald J. Trump and associates at this point. Goes on like this. Not sure if you can hear the audio, but it doesn't really matter. You can kind of, if you know the Wii, you'll know. But anyways, see if this will play. I'll play a little bit just so you guys know. But again, this will all be in the article because it's linked in the article itself. Let us see if it'll play. Not a terrible loss if it doesn't, but still. Come on. Come on. Let me reload the article for you guys, see if that'll fix it. And again, if not, you can always see it on when I link it. Here we go. Yeah. I'm just gonna stop that there for I probably break some freaking law of YouTube or something. But yeah, as you guys can see, not tasteful, not tasteful at all. So, anyways, the article finally wraps up by saying that makes the most recent Foreign Affairs Ministry's complaints notable, rather than simply muttering they shouldn't do that while hand-waving at IP law. The report says the ministry has specifically asked the Trump administration to stop posting memes using these characters multiple times. Copyright law is still a concern, obviously, because none of this has had permission. The ministry said that even public institutions require permission from the creator when using intellectual property, which very true. But also reportedly cited the potential damage being done to the brands for their use for political purposes, which again makes a lot of sense because I mentioned at the beginning of this piece, Nintendo is known for being very protective of their brands and their image. So the idea of the Trump administration and the White House dragging it through the mud, so to speak, definitely does not sit well over at Nintendo HQ. I am absolutely certain of that. So yeah, thought I'd bring that up to you guys' attention. Tasteless memes, but the story itself is arguably kind of funny, if I'm being honest with you, even if the stuff surrounding it is definitely not. So yeah, that's what are you gonna do, White House? Hopefully they'll stop. They probably won't, knowing the administration, but hopefully they do. One time, like I said, where I actually agree with Nintendo's concerns, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me down in the description if how do you guys find all this? Think it's ridiculous? Do you think Nintendo has the right to do this? You guys agree with what's being said? Personally, I don't, but a lot of opinions out there. Anyways, thought I'd bring that to your week's attention. Like I said, a little bit of an interesting story. Short, but interesting to the point, and yeah, admittedly on some level kind of funny. The idea of Japan getting uppity about the US's admittedly tasteless use of Mario and Pokemon, and apparently also Halo and Microsoft brands, which yeah, I'm not even going to look that up because I don't want to ruin my childhood any more than I already did in this video. So yeah, that's the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all found it interesting, and have a good week. Oh, Justin will be back next week, so if you miss him, don't worry. He should be back, provided nothing happens. Anyways, bye-bye, everybody.